Hey, this is Ross Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. This is Monster of the Week, The Wizard. This is, well, it's actually a wizard. A pulsing, writhing horror adventure for created by Donovan Caldwell. I saw this on itch.io and I was intrigued by it. I read through it after buying the PDF and decided that this could easily be, well, not easily, but could be pretty well adapted for a modern day setting with a few changes. So all three of you live in the same city. We have three players with us tonight, Baz, Aaron, and Tom. And have any of you have a preference of what city this is set in?
Chicago.
Chicago. All right. You all live in Chicago. And you all have a vested interest in protecting Chicago because what brings you all together is that there has been an dimensional intrusion. And it is quite unnatural, and you realize it is a threat to the city and perhaps the entire universe. So you have all, as we begin the scenario, you have all met right outside the border of the intrusion, looking at each other, trying to figure out what to do. But before that, there's a content warning for the scenario. This scenario deals with a lot of body horror and gore. And so think of horror movies like The Thing, The Void,
Videodrome.
Videodrome, yes. Thank you for the voice mod there, Aaron. Yeah, keep that in mind.
I'm actually really sorry. I don't know why it was on. I've just accidentally pressed something.
No worries. I mean, when you're saying it's a Videodrome, it worked pretty well.
We need an X-Files sound.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's a mystery.
Where did it come from?
Exactly. So,
Jesus.
don't listen to this scenario if you have a problem with that level of gore. Yeah. So yeah, let's introduce the characters first. So Tom, you haven't said the least, so please introduce your character.
I'm playing, I'm just going with the name of Johnny, just because he really can't remember what his real name is. But he's kind of I'm going with like a werebat that can't actually take human form.
Okay, so is he stuck in like the anthro half hybrid? Okay.
Yeah, they kind of like Kyrop was back in New Arcadia.
Sure. All right, so a werebat.
Okay. Because he was bitten by something, and now he's stuck like this, and he's trying to try to remember his past life now.
Does he have any clues about his past life?
I'm gonna say that he was found with the rags of a school jacket on. So he kind of has an idea of maybe he went to this school, but other than that.
Has he figured out anything about the nature of his lycanthrope nature? Like its origin, or has it?
He remembers being attacked by something that was flying. And then he kind of woke up and woke up like weeks later after some of his mind started to come through again.
Where does he live now?
In one of the he lives kind of a little more towards the outskirts of the city.
Okay.
In a usually I'm just like out in the, kind of the rural parts just outside of Chicago, like maybe some abandoned barn or something that he's kind of basically hangs upside down asleep in.
Well, I'll say you have been drawn to
Tom, what's your name again?
I'm just going by Johnny.
See here. So we'll say this is you've been drawn to Lincoln Park in Chicago. It is Lincoln, like the president.
I know, but that's,
yeah.
It's the biggest park in Chicago. So this park, there's almost in something instinctual, Tom. You're beginning to get a sense of your instincts a little bit, and this is almost like another predator has come and is invading your territory. You can't have that. But there's sort of a rawness, and you can see sort of a shimmer around the perimeter of the park, or at least a section of it. And no one else seems to notice it, but you can faintly see it. Once you cross that threshold, you'll be inside the intruder's presence. Well, and yeah, so, but you...
I guess so. I'm guessing hackers.
Oh yeah, well, not quite yet. I mean, you're definitely alert, but you're safe here because you're not over the threshold. But you wonder how large this intrusion is going to be and if it's going to get any bigger. You don't know what's happening to the people. There's all the civilians, all the normal people around you are totally oblivious to it. In fact, you all you arrived first and you watched a person walk into it and just kind of disappear, and they haven't left. You wonder how many other people have walked into this place and what's happened to them. So, I'm
guessing just watching from a tree.
But soon enough, you recognize another fellow supernatural person, one you are friendly with. Aaron, please introduce your character.
Sorry. Hey, this is Aaron. My character is Theodore Conway. I'm on the expert character sheet. And he is a local paranormal investigator who has just been cataloging the majority of the supernatural findings within Chicago. Specifically, probably would already have known Johnny at some point through a run-in, possibly assuming going from a call of seeing something like a chupacabra or whatnot. But confirming that, and he's coming in specifically with a bunch of what would initially look like either it's like dowsing, it's like crystals or whatnot that are leading him here, since it's just piling in on artifacts.
Oh, sorry, what'd you say your character's name again was again?
Theodore Conway.
Theodore Conway. Cool. All right, very good. So you've set up in there. You've noticed the dimensional intrusion. Or do you use like gadgets or magic?
A combination of both too, because I can't really access it, but I realized that I could use electrical devices to kind of kickstart it. So you would see something that looks like a multimeter that has several crystals popping out of it.
Okay, yeah, and it's definitely picking up anomalous readings. Bleh. And the problem with it is that something about this field, this intrusion, is also sort of warping the perceptions of people who are uninitiated into the supernatural. So everyone else is just ignoring that, and also sort of ignoring the fact that people who enter it don't come out. So, yeah.
It's a Bermuda Triangle. Those are never bad.
Yeah, and then pretty soon, Johnny appears behind you, silent as always, and you begin talking about that. So as you two are talking about that, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, and boy, this is not good for the city, and not good for yourselves, because it's, who knows if no one else, you're the only people who are going to deal with this.
Yeah.
So, but our third player shows up. Baz, please introduce your character.
Hi guys, it's Baz. My character's name is Abigail, with an androgynous appearance and with goth clothes and shadowy eyes. She comes walking towards you with a bag in her hand.
Okay.
I'll say, I already know these people, right?
Yeah, you've all met each other.
I'll say, since I know that Johnny lives on the outskirts of town, it's hard for him to get food sometimes out there. I say I'm bringing him some pizza from local deep dish pizzeria.
Okay.
Johnny, hey Johnny, they roll out of breadsticks. Hey Theo, what are you doing here?
You might want to step back. There's something here that my devices are picking up on. Johnny says he can actually see it, but there's something off here.
Yeah, Abigail, you can sense something's wrong too. You can kind of, your senses aren't as quite attuned as Johnny because, he is the monstrous. But you don't have to make a roll to try and know that something's up. So yeah, there's a massive dimensional intrusion in Lincoln Park here in Chicago. So what did the three of you want to do? Or who wants to do something first? So yeah.
Oh, hey, Ross. Ross, a quick thing. I'm gonna say I'm sometimes pretty hard
Okay.
to understand. So it's a moment when you think it might be kind of interesting to the story that I tried to say I can't be
Okay.
understood. Go for it.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind. All right.
Awesome.
So Baz, to explain, this is a Powered by the Apocalypse system, player facing, which means you roll all the dice. If you look on the hunter sheet, there are basic moves, and starting with kick some ass, act under the pressure, investigate a mystery, etc. And but if you just describe what you want to do, I'll figure out what it is, and then you can just roll the dice. If you want to roll yourself, that's fine. We also have a dice rolling thing on here. So, but Baz or Tom and Aaron, you've played yourselves before, so and you've run this game, so you
Yes.
should remember that stuff a little bit. So, who wants to do something first?
Go ahead, Aaron.
Oh, no, it's fine if you want to go ahead. You were the first player on this, so.
I was going to attempt to read a bad situation.
Okay. So, and in the future, you can just say, you don't have to like specifically mention the move. I'll figure that out. But like when you're starting out, that's fine. So go ahead. So this is rolling plus sharp. So you roll 2d6 and add your sharp to that. And your sharp, if you look down your ratings for the spell slinger, you had to pick one of those 5 things so you could see what your sharp is.
Right. My sharp is +1.
Okay. So roll 2d6 and add 1. And if you want to roll on okay, you did that.
I messed up.
Yeah. Just add that extra backslash at the end.
Yeah, 9.
That's good. That's a partial success or success with a complication. Well, on this one, it means hold 1. So you basically can have me answer one of these questions that are listed there.
Okay. So I will. What's the biggest threat here?
Well, the biggest threat is obviously you realize the biggest threat is not the entire intrusion. You realize the intrusion itself is concealing something smaller inside of it. So
Like an event.
yeah. So like if you step past the threshold, you would not be immediately attacked or in danger, but there's something in the center of it that is the greatest threat. So, but you cannot see it or get any information about it. Well, so far you haven't been able to figure out, but you realize the threshold is porous. I mean, it's letting air in. Insects seem to be unaffected. You do see, as you're watching, you see a butterfly fly out. This seems to be more of something to conceal this sort of shimmering threshold thing is kind of more of a way to conceal its presence from the greater society rather than to protect itself, because it's wanting to let people in, at least, because people are walking right into it.
Okay.
So so it's something within this larger intrusion. It's not the totality. So that's the biggest threat. Okay. Something at the center. Theodore, what do you want to do?
Definitely want to go ahead and investigate a mystery, because this is an odd thing for the reading. Although, I do have a haven with some assets in there. Could I utilize my lore library, or would I have to do that while I'm in the haven?
You would have to do it in the haven, but like, okay. I would say you realize this threat is an ongoing situation. It's not an immediate. You do have time to do prep work. You don't have to like go in this instance. You all, yeah. So, you could just be like, be right back. I'm not too far away. I'm gonna go, fucking, Necronomicon Google it. Yeah.
Well, no, a brief history of dimensional incursion starting with the Tunguska blast.
Yeah, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll let them say like, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Johnny, what do you want to do?
I am. I'm gonna try to get closer so I can, get an eye and a nose full of this thing. Try to maybe see if I can.
So you walk up to right before the threshold, right?
Yeah. Well, like, if there's nobody nearby.
Yeah. Give me a roll plus cool.
And that is... It's been a while since I rolled for this. Just refresh my memory one more time.
If you look on the dice rolling channel, it's you can just copy Baz's latest saying, what's your cool? Yeah, so just you see where it says /roll 2d6.
Oh yeah, 1 + 1. Okay.
I didn't even see the dice bot accepts the full thing of roll. I just always do /r. Yeah. Well, no, add another d6. It's 2d6.
Okay. Guys, it has been a while since I played this.
No worries. We'll keep that 5. So just roll a straight d6. Oh. Yep.
Whoops. No.
There we go. So that's a 10. Yeah.
Okay, 10.
So you find an opening. There are park goers. No one seems to be on the edge. Or there are openings even though this is daylight. It seems like it's actually the park is unusually depopulated. And as you get close to the threshold, you realize it's not. Some information is leaking out. In fact, you can kind of almost see through it. It almost looks like you're beginning to see through it. It looks, when you're from a great distance, it kind of mirrors. So it just looks like the park itself. Like, it's just a little weird shimmering effect, kind of like a Predator cloaking feel, but over a vast part of this park. When you get close, it kind of changes. You can almost see like buildings and like you can't make them out, but you can like 1-story buildings that weren't there. This park. There's people kind of moving about. You hear the sounds of metal clanging. Yeah, it's and you smell food, flowers. You definitely smell a lot of flowers, like the scent of a flower field nearby.
Flowers
yeah,
that aren't in
exactly.
the park.
So whatever it's done, it's like transformed the localized environment. But the people in there you don't smell blood. You don't smell fear, especially. Well, maybe a little bit of fear, like an undercurrent of fear. But there's also a hill in the distance, and there's some kind of structure on it. But you can't make out much else. It's heavily distorted, but that's as much information as you can get from standing next to the threshold without going into it. Yeah.
Right.
So, meanwhile, Abigail, Theodore is heading to his haven to look up some shit in his books. Is there anything you want to do next? Or you just want to wait for Theodore?
Can I use magic to see if there's any way to kind of determine the nature of this dimensional? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled, it's 2d6, right?
Mm-hmm. 2d6 plus your weird.
Weird, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this system's awesome.
Yeah. It's
8.
All right. So, and you have, let's see here. Could have been worse. Okay, when you miss. Okay, so you still get a glitch. Let's see here. You're trying to get information.
Right. We're just trying to determine what maybe like the origin and nature of the rift itself,
Mm-hmm.
the dimensional.
You let's see here. You begin to try and divine its nature. But the effect begins to your attempt to gain this information suddenly runs into a magical like counter effect. You realize this dimensional intruder is also magically skilled. And do you keep pushing or do you shut it down because you basically triggered a magical trap? And you can either shut it down and it won't be able to harm you, but if you want to gain more information, you'd have to roll again. And the consequences of a glitch would be worse.
I will probably stop for now.
Okay, so you shut it down.
Okay.
So what you have realized is that this intruder is magically skilled in some way.
Does the if I were to continue with it, would I be able to determine whether or not this is an incursion from another dimension, or if someone else?
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is. This is something from another universe that is hostile and that is predatory in some way.
So I don't believe that someone here opened this. I believe something on the other side's trying to push through.
Someone on this universe might have had involvement, but you're guessing if someone did help them on the other side, they were a pawn or a patsy, like someone was tricked into summoning this thing. But yeah, you would have to, it's also, you realize that threshold is also sort of protecting it from divination spells.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Theodore, you get back to your haven, you start speed reading your books, flipping through them. It's a very cool montage. But go and give me your lore check.
Good. Yep. A lot of that's like a lot of cut shots to different ancient tomes. And,
yeah, exactly.
That's like shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot about the ability. Whichever magazine I was going to go, that sounds funny too.
Yeah,
I have lost an ability to be funny tonight. I apologize.
So roll sharp and the additional +1.
Yep. So with my lore library, 2d6. Let's see, and +1. 6.
A 6 total.
Yep.
There is no information on this.
That's bizarre. Why would it? Yeah, it's like, why would it in there? Although, can I actually go ahead and use one of my luck to reroll that?
Luck just.
Oh yeah, that's avoiding the harm. So, or change a roll to a 12.
Yeah, mark luck to change a roll to a 12. Yeah, you can do that.
Yep, let's go ahead and do this one shot.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of probably should limit that, but whatever. So with that, you do get to answer. Hold 2. So you can answer 2 questions.
Okay. So let's see. What is being concealed here?
A dimensional. Oh, this is. You find a book. The book is very oddly written, as a lot of things are erased. Occasionally, a wizard visits this world. The wizard is just that. He wears a pointed hat.
That's it?
There is a tower, and there always be a village beneath the tower. The tower is on the hill. Then there is the hamlet of Canny. So
Canny is the village.
Yeah, Canny is the village.
Okay, I think that's kind of a boring name, considering this is absolutely uncanny. But we'll figure that one out. All right. And for the 12 too, I can actually
you get another question.
Okay.
You can wait to answer it. You can ask it later.
Yeah, okay. I'll hold on to that too. So, but I will race back there. I
will say you realize this is a dimensional intruder. There have been other dimensional intruders, and these are something this powerful to punch a hole in this universe and make its own sort of pocket mini universe inside our universe, and make everybody and just this is very dangerous, and it is got a very specific agenda, and this has happened before. So,
how long has it been since the last incursion, or would that be another question?
It would be another question. Okay. You could ask what could hurt it. That might be useful.
Yeah, I will go ahead and do that. So what can we do to stop it or to shut it off?
Often a power of such can only be hurt by another, can be truly harmed by going into its place of strength and slaying it, although such a task is suicidal or nearly so. Otherwise, another power could be found that opposes it, and use that power to negate it. In other words, finding another being of similar power but of an opposing agenda. So if you knew more about this being, you could figure out what kind of being you could summon to
waveform.
Yeah, let them fight, in other words. But you don't know enough about this entity in order to figure out what would really want to kill it and be good at killing it.
Yeah, this is a problem then. So, you know what? I'll actually go ahead and let's see. Actually, I might be able to do this. That's a weird roll. Crap. So this might be bad.
Mhm.
Well, I could give it a shot. I honestly don't want to do this because it seems like this is just a cheat button. But I do have an armory that has a stockpile of rare and monster-killing weapons. So if I need a special weapon, something that could kill it, I can roll on a weird to see if I have something.
Sure, but you don't know what would work on this because you don't know anything about this thing.
Okay, so it would just be a random guess at this point. Okay.
Yeah. If you can describe something about this monster, you could find something that would affect that type of monster. But again, you don't know anything about it yet.
We just know a wizard at this point. So, okay.
A wizard is just that. He wears a pointed hat.
Okay. I'll go ahead and stay at the workshop right now and go ahead and call. I'm assuming at least Abigail probably has a cell phone.
Sure.
Okay. Call back and say, hey, looks like we do have some references to something called just a wizard, no name, with a pointed hat. So apparently we're looking for an isosceles sorcerer.
Okay, well, I tried to probe at the force, the field around it. It actively resisted me and also tried to hurt me. So, I don't
because it's a powerful wizard, probably.
It's probably a wizard doing it. So we're looking for an isosceles wizard.
Well, at this point, Johnny shows up and relates the information to the other two of you.
It smells wrong. There's something.
Jesus Christ, you are haunting to look at, Johnny.
But, well, I have some good news, too, that, I have a literal arsenal of weird offbeat, that's like mystical weapons, too. So if we can get some more information about it, or specifically find something to maybe summon a power equal but opposite to it, it could, again, collapse the waveform, put them in an eternal fight, and then we don't have to deal with it anymore.
It doesn't appear that it's expanding, does it?
It's hard to say. I mean, if it is, it's very slow. Like it.
I'm keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not perceptible to your senses. So if it is, it's moving very slow. Yeah.
Is there any way I could so like big magic I'm looking at, is there any way I could perhaps use the big magic ability to create a field alongside this field I'm currently standing in front of to keep, I don't know, to like anytime a bystander starts walking towards it, all of a sudden changes their mind and goes a different direction. That way they don't walk into it and potentially harm themselves.
Sure. Let's see here. You'll need the other two to help you.
Okay. Well, Theodore, I need you back here.
And you'll need some of Johnny's blood.
Johnny, I'm sorry, man. Gonna need a little bit of that bat blood.
Okay, yeah, let me let's get it back.
Hiss, but not in a hostile way.
All right, Johnny, if you accept, take one harm.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be a very powerful repellent spell that will cause people to shun the area.
I hand you my ritual knife to do it with. To get the blood for me. Well, it has to be the ritual knife, or the ritual doesn't work, Johnny.
All right, so Theodore, you show up.
I don't understand.
And yeah.
What do you need me to do?
Okay, I need you to stand there. Johnny's blood's on the knife. I guess I just stab it into the ground and it should work.
All right. Go ahead and make a roll. Roll weird.
All right. Rolling my weird. So weird. Holy shit.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Wow.
Boom.
Yeah. It fucking works.
The door is open.
Yeah. The everyone who is near it and immediately packs up and leaves. They start like grabbing their nose, like dead gunk. They're making up their own excuses. This area is going to be shunned. And you realize you do this subtly enough that the whatever's inside did not notice or realize that. It's going to take it a while to realize no one's coming in.
All right. Well, at least we have the situation contained.
Mm-hmm.
Or quarantined at least. So
yeah. I would say also by casting the spell, you have realized you can cross the threshold and exit again. Nothing's preventing things from leaving. They just don't choose not to for some reason.
That's peculiar.
So that which means that there might be some sort of influencer perceptual thing that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Influencer, like Instagram.
Yeah, but more evil.
Smash
and I mean, like beyond the normal influencer evil.
Oh, super evil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we think this pointy hat wizard's hanging out inside of there, or do you know of another place he might be? Or
the only clues that they're given is that apparently he resides within a tower on a hill that looks over a village hamlet called Canny.
We live in fucking Chicago. I mean, where would the nearest one of those be?
Well, Johnny actually did see some buildings and a hill. And
yeah, I said that there's another world beyond.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so this is.
Oh yeah, well, hey, you might not have understood me.
All the hissing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing, Johnny. I think you're beautiful.
If he could blush, he would.
But no, I think this is at least this is just getting it's some sort of pocket dimension that's been established here, which to be able to do that in our own world takes immense power. So if he's doing it from a literal another dimension that may write on completely different rules, this is terrifying to say the least.
Not in my town. Let's close this damn thing.
All right. So, what are you gonna do?
I guess I'll go stand on the other side of the field and see, go walk through it and see what it feels like on the other side.
Okay.
Well, hold on, just for a second. But before I do that, just get some rope out and tie it across. Like, I know this is doing it poltergeist style, but in case we don't walk out on your own, we're gonna pull you out in at least a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Or
yes.
Her.
Or her. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the two of you tie a rope around Abigail's waist. Abigail, you walk through. Give me roll plus cool.
All right. Typically that would be a -1, but since I have not my fault, is this acting under pressure, or is this just a cool?
Let's see here. Not my fault. Let me look at that again.
I guess it's only for act under pressure.
This is act under pressure.
Okay. So I get a +1, so that negates the -1.
No, you're not dealing with the consequences of your own spellcasting, though.
Oh, that's right. That's only for spellcasting. So it is a -1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't keep it cool very well.
Mm-hmm.
I keep it cool, all right.
Okay. Yeah, you still keep it cool.
Lukewarm. Yeah.
Like a cucumber.
So,
Everyone.
you get this incredible headache as you get conflicting thoughts in your head as you realize as soon as you cross the threshold, you were given this false memory, this false life of being an adventurer in a fantasy world, although it wasn't fantasy to you, it's just how it was. But you were here and sent to the hamlet because there was a quest to be had and you must help the people. And but now you're not. You're Abigail and you live in Chicago, and this, what the fuck? There is a fucking hamlet in front of you with buildings and villagers and a field of flowers. There are flowers everywhere. And it's a lot to deal with. So you kind of stagger to the ground. That's about all you're able to get, and you are yanked back out by the other two because a minute has gone by. So you don't take any lasting penalties, but you weren't able to do anything because that was a hell of a getting these conflicting thoughts, and you were still the same personality of like, I must stop the evil or whatever, but like it everything contextually changed.
Portals are
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
drug.
If we're going in there, we're either going to need to protect ourselves or we're going to have to play by its rules because it I don't know what's going on in that other, over there, but it's forcing memories into my mind when I walk through the wall. So,
Like it's overriding you?
it's like trying to convince me that that is reality on that side. It's a bizarre fantasy realm, wizards and shit, nerdy, high adventure, Lord of the Rings bullshit. And we need to find a way to protect ourselves. Either that, or we're going in there and we have to. I don't know. I still felt the need to fulfill, our goals, like complete our mission. But
Yeah, you knew that there was a quest being offered in the Hamlet of Annie.
yeah, but instead of going like, oh, we need to shut this down so it doesn't fuck our city up, I was like, I must go on a quest, and that's not how I roll.
Yeah, not at least without some consent. So,
Mm-hmm.
I might be able to like figure out a way to with your devices, because now that we know that we're dealing with something that modifies memory, we could do could try to make something that would help us at least retain our own sense of self.
I might be able to imbue a device with some sort of magic that could.
Yeah. This would be another big magic, but that could protect you all from the mental effects.
Okay.
Now that you've experienced it.
Right. In part of my haven, I do have a workshop, so could we utilize that to maybe get a bonus on Abigail's use of her magic to set up a device?
Is it a magical laboratory?
Basically, it's space for building and repairing guns, cars, and other gadgets. So
not really. That would be the magical laboratory. Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go to the bodega over here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I run over there and I buy a few pair of like cheap sunglasses.
Yeah. So if you had a mystical library or a magical laboratory, you could go there but if you wanted, the workshop would be making some sort of like helmet or something. Like if you wanted to use Sharp to try and build a gadget to do that.
I was trying to think about combining on there, but I didn't take the library. I didn't take that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I buy myself a pair of Wayfair knockoffs. For Johnny, I'm going to buy a big pair of those like 50s retro
ones.
Style, like big big glasses. And then for I yell out the door, hey Theo, what kind of glasses do you want?
Just fake Ray-Bans.
Okay, I'm gonna get him like really goofy, like aviators, like cop aviators.
Nice. All right. All right. So give me roll another weird. This will take some time to cast, but you have plenty of time to do that.
Boom.
Yeah. Full success. So yeah, it works just the way you want it to. So as long as you have those glasses on, none of you will be affected by the mental effects. Yeah.
And before we go, because I know we talked about the armory issue before too, even though we don't know what specifically this is, could I at least make a roll to see if I have something that's effective against wizards?
Let me. Sorry, I'm just looking at the description of it.
Yeah, it's okay.
If you need a special weapon, roll plus weird. Wizards are just humans. They just like.
Yeah, Theo.
Yeah, like Abigail is a wizard. Like
we're just
anything can kill her. Yeah, so like you don't have any special weapons that would work in that. Again, but this isn't. Normal human wizards can't do magic this powerful. So
yeah, that's my concern. So that's something that would at least just.
So you still don't know enough. Like you have no idea what it's like a weapon. attacks a particular weakness. Like you don't know what that weakness could possibly be.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I was
but
trying to
with
think
these
more
glasses, you can come and go as you please because
Okay.
Abigail realized if she had fully failed that effect, she would have not even thought to leave. She wouldn't have realized there was a border. Like
It would just
that's why
stay.
no one's leaving once they go in. They think they're a villager. They think they belong.
You think they're in the holodeck program, so that they're part of it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, but with sunglasses, you can come and go as you please.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So
All right. So the three of you cross the threshold. It is, like I said, the village of Kenny, the hamlet. There are flowers everywhere. They coat the green hills, pop up in flower beds, and pepper walking trails. There's many comforting smells. There's even from a distance you can smell apple pie, steak, omelets. It seems very friendly. There's children playing in the streets. As you get near, there is a shop, a blacksmith, and a bakery. But past that, in the distance, you can see a path leading to a hill, a grassy hill, and there is a big tower off. Yeah. So, but there is a So where do you want to go? Do you want to check out any of these buildings in the village, or talk to the people, or just go on?
I'll stop on one of the children walking by or playing around. Like, hey, where's the I don't know, mayor of the town? Where might I find that person?
Oh, well, you might ask. We don't have a mayor, Mister Stark at the shop. He's often very helpful to travelers.
All right, well, thanks. Weird
Of course, my
little kid.
lord. You do realize you're because you have the sunglasses on, your possessions, your clothing, everything stays the same, but no one seems to pay attention to it or think it odd. All right, so in fact, Johnny, no one seems to pay you any mind either, except
It's kind of strange.
Are
I'm
you
not
an
used to
ogre?
this.
Are you one of the civilized ogres from beyond the rivers? They ask you, Johnny.
I know. I miss. Yes.
All right, then they go off. They give you a bouquet of flowers, and then giggle.
Like I kind of like just scuttle back over. Don't know how I feel about this.
Man, it's pretty weird.
So you go into the shop. There's the old man, Samuel Stock. He's gray but well-kept hair, deep crow's feet. He has a bow tie. You can see all kinds of ye old adventurers' goods, rations, traveling supplies, rope,
Healing potions.
produce.
Tastes like Harry Potter.
Yes. Well, no healing potions. Flowers. There is a wanted poster hanging behind the desk. It reads, "Wanted, a wizard, 40 gold reward." And there is a picture that I will give you. The eyes of the wizard are crossed out. So, but yeah, that's the picture. He nods at you. If you want anything, I'd be glad to sell to you at a fair price.
will you buy things at a high price?
No, we only believe in fair prices here.
Damn it, you didn't walk into it, Ross.
I see.
He's a witch. Burn him.
So can you give us the it's like the what's up with the wizard?
Oh. You should ask Heath. He's at the bakery.
Keith?
Heath. Yes.
Okay.
No. I suppose
He
we'll
gets
go to
very
the-
silent about that. You don't
So,
need-
what's the deal with this wizard? Why you seem kind of are you afraid of him?
You should talk to Heath.
Actually, I'm going to give him a sniff. Is
Yes.
there fear? I don't
Yeah.
need to roll. Just yeah. Okay, like just
So
kind of lean and just like whisper, like he's aid.
I
Yeah.
can understand why. So, but there's an issue with it, but that's odd. Actually, perusing around the story, is there anything like unusual or anything that seems like it would be out of place here?
Define out of place. Out of place for Chicago or out of place for a fantasy village for a universe that doesn't exist as far as you know?
Fantasy Village too, basically. Like if they're trying to hawk an iPhone somehow. in here.
I see. No, nothing like that. Everything
Okay.
seems to be like fantasy adventuring equipment and farm produce.
Maybe try to show him something that's that we have on us. Maybe see if that might drive
Okay.
something.
Are you really trying to get who's going to try that?
I just kind of
Okay.
suggested it to the group.
I mean, we could show our phone to him and see what he thinks of that.
Okay.
I take a selfie with him.
Okay. Roll plus charm.
Look here, shopkeep. Now I have your soul.
No plus on that.
Yep.
Oh, no. He does not like that.
Okay. He just just kind of blank. He kind of just fucking forgets it the instant it happens.
Click.
Just
Oh.
Can't even process it.
Well,
He
he's
is
got a picture of
deeply
someone.
enscorsed in this sorcery. He in one ear out the other.
Here, look at this. They're little birds, and you throw them at the pigs.
He doesn't even. He just kind of looks through it. He doesn't even process it. He just kind of turns away and starts restocking the shelves.
Oh, man.
All right.
It's not for everyone, I guess.
All right. But yeah,
I think I remember. I think I used to remember liking a game like that, but I
Okay.
can't be sure.
Yeah. So what do you want to do next?
at least I guess go to see Heath at the bakery.
All right,
If
the
he's-
bakery.
More information.
You smell it before you get there. It is just the pies, scones, bread. It just smells great. There's a bunch of farmers, walking around, buying, talking. It's they have sweet pies, meat pies, croissants, scones. Oh God, it's fucking delicious. You quickly. Heath is the father of the family. He says that. Good day to you, travelers. You need some food for the road?
Hell yes. It smells delicious in here.
Yes.
Do you think we should eat the food, guys?
I'd be wary of it at the moment. I say this quietly to him, like just be wary of it at the moment until we know what's going on.
Oh yeah, we don't have any meat pies. Sorry.
That's fine.
I saw it.
So,
I saw it.
But I apologize for bothering you, but we were kind of pointed out in your direction. We noticed that with one of the other shopkeepers that there was a wanted poster for a wizard, and we just wanted to see about possibly getting some more information.
Oh. Okay. Come with me. He walks off to a nearby barn and
Okay.
opens the doors. It is dark inside. When you open the doors, even as you are walking to it, the smell of blood hits all of you. Do you
No.
continue getting near it?
Just kind of sit there for a second, and when he does that, I do have some of my equipment with me, including the shotgun, and I'm like, my
Sure.
hand kind of goes down towards it, like,
Yeah.
why are you wanting us to go in there?
Do you wanted to know why we put a bounty on the wizard? We don't.
I start drooling.
You.
I'm gonna follow
We
him.
don't want it to happen again.
What?
Want what to happen again?
He points inside the barn. Take a look.
I'll
Okay.
go inside.
In the center of the barn, there's a dead cow. It has been torn open along its stomach like a peeled orange. Its organs
Oh.
pattern the hay-covered floor.
Ugh.
You also notice no flies touch the meat, the dead meat. The skin has been peeled off. It is, very still inside. There are no flies.
So going in there too, just like, when did this happen?
Last night, a night ago, 2 nights.
This you're saying all of this occurred within just a couple nights ago.
Yes.
I mean, so why do you suspect this wizard of doing this?
It's him.
I mean, but what proof do you have?
I don't want it to happen again.
I pull my spell book. That's my foci.
Mm-hmm.
When I open it, the pages turn like a Rolodex. It just keeps spinning, like they keep flipping pages. It never ends.
Mhm.
So it looks really cool. I kneel down to the cow, the former cow, and I'm going to try and just like focus on the cow and see if it was a sort of ritual that took place, or is this just a madman's, I don't know, acting out his delight, his fantasies. I got an 8.
Yeah, roll sharp.
Did he pull a Hellraiser? Is what
Oh,
we're asking.
it's a sharp. It's a sharp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're not specifically casting the spell. You're trying to
Okay.
investigate it. Yeah.
So it's 2d6 plus 4. I have no earthly idea what's going on here.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Wow, this is fucking gross, guys. I put my book away. I'm gonna go outside.
Yep.
I'll get closer, sniff it. Like, is there like just no rot at all?
No, it's not. Yeah, exactly. It's actually, you actually don't get hungry. This is spoiled meat to you.
Like wretched.
It's just something tainted has touched it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't dare eat it.
I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm leaving this barn.
Yeah.
This is gross.
at this point I'm gonna go ahead and investigate a mystery again. See what other information I can pull up from this.
All right, roll sharp. Now, Abigail, if you want to cast a specific spell, just try and I want to cast a spell to see what happened in the last 24 hours, or to see what happened last night, or something like that. That would be an example.
Okay. I come back in breathing heavily. Okay. I'm gonna try this again.
Are you sure? Because granted, I couldn't figure out anything else from this. This is kind of beyond me.
I'm going to cast. I'm gonna magic the shit out of this. 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going to. I'm gonna see if because the nature of my spells, I've more necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna see what the last memories of this cow were.
Okay.
6.
All right. That is still a failure. So it's the cow's spirit has been sucked up by something. Like, this thing was not only killed physically, but killed on a spiritual level.
Okay. Cow memories don't translate very well to human brains, so I don't know what happened to it, but it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a cow anymore in any form, spiritual or physical.
So it's just literally
just biomass.
It's biomass that nothing wants to touch. So, I mean,
you all notice that the farmer doesn't seem as grossed out as any of you are. He just kind of like, it's a nuisance. He hasn't cleaned it up either. But that's
that right now. What I sympathize with losing, I guess, livestock and livelihood, but why haven't you taken care of this yet?
It's a pain.
A pain.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems to be, losing livestock can be that, but you seem fairly calm about this.
Well, I mean, it'll happen again. Might as well wait till it's all taken over and done with.
Why will it happen again?
Because the wizard. He's still up on his tower.
And nobody is wanting to stop him?
Well, that's why we put out the reward for brave adventurers such as yourself.
All right. Theodore, do you have explosives at your laboratory, your workshop?
I can make some.
Okay, we're gonna need some, I think.
Well, again, I don't mind doing it, but in the same vein, I have no idea what we're up against, though, or even if explosives will work.
Might work on the tower.
It's true, but my only concern from here is that I know, thankfully, because of your magic, we're able to at least keep our consciousness here. But I'm not certain if anything. This isn't rotting like it should be. You told me this.
I'm
So
aware.
this might not even. This might not even. It's like explosives might not even adhere to the normal properties of physics in this place.
I mean, you're right, but I'm just saying I'm trying to come up with a fast plan here, something quick, because I think whatever opened this is going to notice pretty soon that there's 3 things walking around it that aren't affected by its power. Just a thought I've been having lately, and also it's for sure going to know that I put a barrier around it.
No, that's probably going to be a bigger issue too. So yeah, you do have a point.
You want me to take?
Hey, yeah, can you fly up and peruse the land in here? All right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Johnny, go ahead and roll cool.
Oh yes. I can
Yeah.
be cool.
If you have a
Cool
bonus
as a
for your
cucumber.
wings,
We're
you
all
can do that.
cool.
I don't know if you would get bonuses for that.
Well, it's one of my monster
Yeah.
moves is flight.
I can dance like that if I wanted to.
That's falling with style.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Cucumber.
You are take to the air, take to the sky. You are flying around. You realize there is a ceiling to this mini dimension. And you can. No, I mean, again, it's like you could just go right through it. But realize birds aren't affected by this at all. It has no interest in the birds. So there you see a robin just kind of fly through.
I think we all know why that is.
Yeah.
Birds
Okay.
are fake.
But the center of this mini dimension is a hill, and at the center of the hill there is the tower. It is entirely surrounded by flowers, but it is enormous. It stretches up. It is skyscraper height. It has an odd shape bending back and forth. And as you get closer, you realize it is dotted with bulbous growths, some as large as houses. As you get close, you can see it's composed of a sticky, fibrous material, pale blue and sweet smelling. Like you get the scent of cotton candy. But there is a large door on the ground, which is closed. But yeah. So you... Yeah.
Can I try to get a? It's like, well, my friend is sciencey. Maybe he'll know and try to get some of the blue
you can
stuff.
scrape off some. I assume. Well,
Okay.
you have to touch it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can scrape off some of this blue fibrous material.
So could I say I have certain? I basically have like a sample collections kit.
Yeah, sure.
So and gloves. So many
Well,
gloves.
actually, I'll just kind of just rip off some part of the
Mhm.
shreds of my pants and just kind of wrap it around
Yeah,
my
it's
foot.
sticky and fibrous
So I can
and
grab
sweet
it.
smelling. But yeah.
Yeah, this so I don't touch it to my actual body.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, okay, you got a 10, so sure. Okay,
And fly back.
you do that.
I'll kind of land, but hop on one foot. Please take this off.
All right, you don't have to roll to extract it from him and put it in your sample kit.
Why do you touch things with your bare hands? This is bad.
I wrapped my foot. I didn't use my hand.
That's still physical contact with an unknown fauna, flora.
I put cloth on it.
He did put cloth on it.
Yeah.
That's- I really need to teach you about, it's like clean laboratory or specimen taking procedures.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
So this
So
is how we do it.
are you going to go back to your lab and research it now, or are you going to stay and keep on investigating?
Yeah, we're gonna go back and research this thing. So
Okay. Your repelling spell is still holding because you fucking created that. So does not seem to have the creature itself or whatever. Yeah, everything seems to be the same after you leave. There's a bit of like pressure difference, maybe it's just psychic. Like despite the spell, it feels a bit weird to step out. But yeah, your sunglasses hold up. So yeah, you all three go back to Theodore's lab. And Theodore, go ahead and roll sharp.
Okay.
I like the lab. It has air conditioning.
Yes.
I try. I really
Okay.
do. All right. All right. And and actually that one probably makes sense on this one. So, 9. That's good.
Okay. So investigative mystery. Yeah. What do you want to answer?
Actually, what can this do?
What can this do? This is, well, it is, yeah, it's kind of like it's biological material. It's utterly alien, and it does seem like it could be infused with some sort of, like it could be very sticky very fast, like, so it could grab onto things. If yeah, so it also appears to be highly resistant to acid.
Huh.
Perhaps immune to it.
Wow. So that's actually kind of impressive in one instance. So, that us like catalyzing it with that. So but what kind of biological function would need it to, be this resistant to acid? And I can't really answer any other questions on this one, so I only have the hold one on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, do I still have my second question from the first one?
Oh, sure. I'll give you that.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want?
Let's see. Actually, what can hurt it?
You would guess. Actually, you do have a sense, of what could harm it or what the entity is. You actually, I'll say you do know of an entity that could harm it. This is a biological entity. It is like, it reminds you of, an extra dimensional cancerous growth in some ways. And there is something that you know of that is the antithesis of all life, no matter how alien or twisted it is.
Explosives.
Well, a very particular type of explosives.
Secret.
There is a scientist who's in a nursing home in the city who used to work on Cold War era projects. He doesn't really have a name anymore. You just call him Dr. Smith. But you do know that there was one project that he is the last safekeeper of. A weapon that was too terrible even to deploy as an end-of-the-world weapon. A weapon born of occult sorcery and, well, nuclear weapons technology. You don't know the details, but that weapon could probably, something that is the very antithesis of life.
Oh, but the question being is, how do we get our hands on a mystic nuke, and what kind of repercussions would that have setting it off? It's something that's connected to our own dimension.
Well, you would have to talk to Dr. Smith. Like,
Okay.
where he is. You could just go and talk to him.
Is he actually lucid anymore? Or is he...
As far as you know.
Okay. So, yeah, guys, I have at least a potential solution. It's not a great one, just because I don't know what the full-on repercussions would be. But at this point, if we needed a literal nuclear option, that might not be a bad idea.
I mean, that's...
Oh, the cow was wrong.
That was literally what I said when we were in the other dimension.
Yeah, but I usually try to avoid any of that. But I can go see him right now. Abigail, if you want to come with me, we can do it.
Yeah, give me an apology first.
What do I need to apologize for?
Me being right the whole time.
So that's not I need an apology right now, because there could be other variables that we don't know about at this moment.
Okay.
We might need a bomb. Is that good enough for you?
Yes, if you start that sentence again with, sorry, I apologize, we might need a bomb.
Sorry, we might need a bomb of indeterminate origin.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll come too. I'll hang outside.
Not outside the window, roof. We do not want a repeat of the Shady Oaks incident.
All right.
It's not my fault they
That's
can't handle it.
absolutely your fault. No, everybody who sees you assumes that the Grim Reaper is coming, or at least, I don't know, Willem Dafoe.
Johnny, don't listen to him. You're beautiful, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
You just don't startle anyone, you know.
Mhm.
Give them warning before you show up.
I'll just announce
Yeah.
myself next time.
Ear splitting screech.
All right. So
I'm
the three of you make your way to the nursing home at the edge of the city. There's no one. When you go there, you realize there's only one car parked there, a very old car. It looks like kind of, and there's no one else there. And yeah, Theodore and Abigail, you see the door is open.
Oh, this can't be good.
There is a woman. You hear a woman says, "No, please come in. We are expecting you."
What? Did you
Hi,
call ahead,
Gun.
Theodore?
I did not.
Okay, I pull my spell book out.
So, hand on the shotgun again.
Okay.
and I'm on the roof,
Yeah.
just waiting.
Walk carefully up.
Okay. The door is open.
Do we see anybody, or?
Yeah, there is an old woman there. She is smoking a cigarette. He is waiting for you in his study there.
And this is a retirement home, right?
That's what it was
Or-
listed on in the thing, but it looks just like a house.
Okay. As for Dr. Smith, you mean?
Yes. We've
So,
been waiting.
which you appreciate, but how did you know we were coming?
Ask Dr. Smith.
And may I ask who you are?
I'm a nurse. I'm his nurse.
In a listing for an entire, so he just lives in it by himself in an assisted living facility that should house more people.
Yes. You can't have anyone else around him.
Can't or won't.
Can't.
Okay. We'll do that. Just thank you for your hospitality, shuffling that beside away from her, but keeping my eyes on her as I'm going in.
All right. Johnny, by the way, as you're on the roof, you're looking around, you can see the grass is dead next to the building and gets you realize there's sort of a wave effect that the closer things are to this building, the deader they are. So like there's just nothing but dirt. It's actually like the grass is like long dead right around the building and kind of like, yeah. So
Like crack, like just like kind of
Mhm.
cracked dirt. Like, can I sense where they are in the building?
Roll plus cool.
Yoki dokie.
I might have slowed down at this point. We'll get back to that in a second. So, but anyways, let's see here. So you two go into the study, and there's a very elderly man in a wheelchair. There is a small box in his lap. It appears to be made out of, you would guess, some sort of metal. Yeah. There has a lid. Like, hello, I have been waiting.
Dr. Smith, I presume?
Yes. This is the day. This is 0 day. There was a calendar that was counting down, and when it gets to 0, that was the day I was to give this to whoever came. It's yours now because of a well, it's a long project, but apparently this was the only way to get rid of this thing without just, well, killing a lot of people. It's a bomb of a sort.
I surmised that from the reports I read, although they're fairly vague.
We found ritual magic that was meant to trap the soul in a object. And we combined that we realized we could trap energy with it as well, but it needed a sacrifice. We trapped an underground nuclear explosion soldier, a volunteer.
You should do that because it's cool.
And we realized, though, the agony of this nameless soldier was too much. It was an explosion that would not die. So
Not
whoever you
die.
are, yes. Other researchers basically damn their souls in order to know how to get rid of it safely without, it destroying America. It would want revenge. They said at a certain day, people would arrive and they would know of a place to detonate it, that it wouldn't consume the country.
Well, that very well may be the case, depending on where we can do this. But so this is literally a nuclear boss that walks like a man.
It is. He thinks of himself as just waiting in a room like a person, but he is also dying. The moment of his death is trapped, so he's also dying and not dying at the same instant. And when you open the box, the two become one. So, all I know is I've been kept alive through other means in order to make sure that I would transfer it to the right person. As soon as I give it to you, I will be allowed to die. So,
and just as a question too, will there be any particular ill effects on our sides of carrying this?
I wouldn't carry it too long. I assume the place that it's not too far, and you don't have I wouldn't tarry.
Fair enough. So, and Ross, just out of character question too, did we hop on a wizard from the Milkweed triptych?
Nope.
It sounded like that.
Nope. I mean, I have read those books, so that's probably invaded my consciousness a bit.
Yeah, sorry, that was the first thing I thought of. So, anyway, yeah, no, but I kind of reluctantly take the box from him. As much as I hate to do this, hopefully this will bring you the relief that you need. So, because I know these are made not to. These are meant to end things.
I've longed to die. I have nothing else to say, really.
I sleep now.
Yeah.
I've seen things you.
So Johnny, you made your check. Did you want to figure anything else out?
I was more like wanting to tell them about the grass. I just wondered if I could smell them from the outside.
Yeah, with that roll, you could. Yeah.
So just kind of like this, like, is there like
Sure.
a window in the room
Sure.
they're in right now? Also, they kind of drop down and hanging from something, tapping on the glass.
All right. Yeah, they see you.
I'll open the window.
Yeah.
What's up, Johnny?
Like the grass is dead as you get closer.
Oh, there's
to
all
the
kinds of weird
building.
shit going on here.
Yeah, actually, looking down at the box, like, I think I know the reason why we really should get this thing into that other dimension at this point.
Hey,
I see anything coming off of that box?
Yeah, it's this is what we were looking for, but we really don't want to open the box.
Hey Ross, I mean, like, just like, am I smelling or seeing anything weird? Like, kind of off
No,
about it?
not especially.
All right,
shut the box.
you can go out the window.
All right. But yeah, the three of you can leave with a box. It's just a lead box. And you can get back to the park, no problem. So
Okay. Before we go there, would it be possible to stop by my workshop and do a quick, basically rigging to make sure that I could either haul this on my back or connect it to myself in some way where it wouldn't be easily lost?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay, cool. I will go ahead and do that then.
All right.
Although and actually looking at it too, is there a kind of can we open? What does it look like?
It looks like a lead box, like a
It's
perfectly
okay.
square lead box. It'll fit in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at least pocket it. Did he tell? I know it's the last thing I forgot. Is there any way he told us how to activate it, or will it just do it on its own?
No, he did not.
Is he already dead? Can we not ask that? Or...
As you think about that, you're like, oh yeah, he didn't ask, and then you get a picture in your head of a man in a 1950s military uniform just waiting in this room. And then he turns and he looks at you for a moment, and then you're back to reality. You realize you could just, yeah,
Tell
yeah,
him hey, he's
yeah,
gonna be waiting for the order.
yeah, he is.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This thing.
Wait. So what? What do we do with the box?
You just tell the guy to come out, and he will release nuclear hellfire on whatever is in his sight.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yep. So we just get to throw this at the wizard.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
The things we have to do.
All right. So you head back to the. I assume you're heading all the way back to the hamlet.
Yeah.
All right. You head back to the hamlet.
enchanted
The sunglasses
forest.
still work. There's still that slight pressure differential when you step through the threshold.
Okay.
It looks like there haven't been any new people added to it. But you go up to the tower pretty easily. It's not a far walk. Like I said, it's on top of a grassy hill, flowers all around it. And as you approach the tower, it's a double door, but like the doors seem to sense you and open with a wet as they recede into the wall.
Ew.
And you can see the interior is lit by moist blue bulbs along the walls, glowing with a dim blue light.
Bioluminescent.
You would guess so.
Okay.
I don't want to go in there.
1, 2, 3, not it.
No.
Actually, so can I do another investigative mystery too, or actually, instead, since this is obviously weird, let me see about where's the act under pressure. Since I'm trying, oh wait, never mind too. Never mind. So that won't really affect this here. Can I just do another investigative mystery to see if there's anything else I can glean from this before we walk in?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
9. So
Okay.
one question. Let's see. What is this going? Actually, I would say this. What sort of creature is this? Is this literally a biological creature that's acting as a tower, or?
You would guess that it's a multitude of creatures, like a whole alien ecosystem, using illusionary magic to sort of make you think it's normal.
So, but really at this point, it's just some sort of horrible chimerid gestalt.
Well, I mean, again, ecosystem, like different species.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Looking back at Johnny, it's like, Johnny, I need you to kind of continue a ascent right now to see if we might be able to find our way back out, because there's no guarantee once we're in.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I understand.
All right. So, Johnny, you step in. Are the other two also stepping in?
I suppose so.
Yep.
All right. So you step in. You're in a large, spacious, dim, circular room. There's a sweet scent, almost like cotton candy. The sticky floors are making a smacking sound as you walk across them. The fibrous quality of the tower structure patterns the walls and floors with circles and spirals. So let's see here. You can go. There is a locked door to the north. It does not open automatically as you get near it, but to the east and west are doors that do open as you walk by them. These are like, automatic doors that just kind of sense when you're near, and they.
Can we see what's in those through each of the doorways?
Yeah, to the east, you kind of look in. It looks like a small, cramped room. You can see there's a number of thin stalks, 3 of them extending from the ground, lit by a bright blue bulb overhead. A pale blue robe hangs on each stalk. There is a note on the ground, but you can't read it from this distance.
So not there. All right, what's in the west door, or what we can see?
The west door. There's a long and thin high ceiling. Scattered footholds along the wall lead up to another door. So it's like a stairway, like a circular stairway leading up. There's long stands of sticky blue material threaded haphazardly across the length of the room.
Are we wanting to look at the bio-cult robes?
Not particularly.
Like I said, it could be an interesting, but I'm kind of concerned that if that's like again this if we're walking to something that might be incredibly acidic, this they might actually it's the wizard or this tower might be trying to provide something to protect us, but then again, it could just be something to manipulate us into its own work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
at this point,
if the box just releases hellfire, why don't we just give it to one of the villagers and let them open it?
Well, you realize if you don't detonate in the tower itself, it's definitely going to hit Chicago. Like that threshold is just illusionary. It's not going to stop a nuclear blast.
Okay,
but if you detonate it here in the tower, you may not kill the thing itself. Like you don't know how strong this material is. You don't know what the fucking. You might have just pissed it off.
Yeah, you gotta get right next. You have to get close
Yeah.
to whatever it is.
Okay.
So we have to figure out this to be completely sure.
All right.
You want me to get the note?
The note?
Yeah, there's a note on the ground.
Oh yeah, you're right. So so thank you. I forgot. Yeah, go ahead. If we'll cover you, so just hauling out the shotgun just in case.
Mm-hmm. All right, Johnny, you go in. Its texture is wrong. It's less like parchment and more like the sticky side of a roll of tape. So you have to peel it off the floor. Or that's if you grab it. It just says in English, prepare.
Note just says prepare. Do you think
There's
I
also
should
the
leave it?
robes.
And
What does
robes.
the robe feel like?
You gonna touch it?
What do
They're
the robes
warm
feel
to
like?
the touch. They're a bit sticky.
Like body
Yeah.
temperature warm? Like they're very warm. You want me to bring it to you?
All
I'll bring it to you.
right.
Just don't put it on.
All right.
Doesn't
No, there actually is one your size.
there's
yeah,
multiple
there's 3.
robes. I'm gonna bring
Okay.
him one pair. Just like okay, you can try that.
I'm
right.
not going to try it on, but I'm going to.
I'll
It's like
put one
so-
on. God damn it!
All right. You put it on. You have a sweet cotton candy smell just all around you. It's very warm and sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how do I look?
How
Yeah.
does he look?
Abigail's wearing a blue robe now. That's warm and sticky.
It's like you're very blue.
I feel very blue right now.
Yabba dibba die.
Mm-hmm. What are you gonna do now?
So, looking at it again too, does it actually, since I have the other material basically from the cotton candy, does it look like it was actually, or I say that biomass that smells like cotton candy, does it look like it's similar to that, like it might have been spun from it or formed?
Yeah. It's different. It's got it, but it's definitely maybe in the same phylum, kingdom of biological material.
Okay.
Maybe it'll keep us safe in here.
Abigail, you can go ahead and roll plus sharp.
Plus sharp.
Mhm.
9.
Okay. As you do that, you try and adjust the robe a little bit, and it just kind of peels off your skin a little bit. you realize it's beginning to fuse with your flesh.
Oh no.
Yeah, throw it off.
All right. Go ahead and give me roll plus tough.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh,
Ew,
shit.
Ew.
Damn it.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
It's not fine.
Mm.
10.
All right. You do so without taking any damage. As you peel it off, it's just like the most intense waxing session you've ever had. Yeah, but yeah.
Note to
Ah.
self. No. Yep. We're not touching anything. We're not accepting anything. Willy Wonka's damned factory will not be getting anything from us today. Other door now.
All right. So it's the one leading up, and there are tendrils. Long strands of sticky blue material are threaded haphazardly across the length of the room. So if you want to climb up, it'll be a plus cool to act under pressure, except for Johnny, who can do it automatically because he can fly. So
all right. I'll do that, but I will actually. I'm going to invoke. I've read about this thing before, so
Okay.
I can roll sharp instead of cool.
Okay.
So I can
but Johnny, you could help one of the others.
In this case, so actually,
But
Abigail,
that could put you at risk if you help someone else. So yeah.
Abigail, what are you rolling on? Cool.
I'm rolling a -1.
Oh yeah, sit there and help Abigail. I can take care of myself.
I mean, Abigail, if you could think of a spell, you could use weird to use a spell to navigate the area.
I ethereally float up.
Okay, roll plus weird.
Oof. Oh yeah. Hello, luck.
You're blowing another point of luck?
Yeah.
Okay. You get across.
8.
All right. With 8. Let's see here. That is with a glitch. Let's see here. Draws immediate unwelcome attention. That sounds pretty good. You get up to the next floor. And the cotton candy scent here is stronger. Half of the room is blocked off by an enormous stringy sphere, but a figure wearing pale blue robes rushes towards you, specifically looking at Abigail, babbling incoherently. In fact, it is a bit... So
Look, you're gonna need to slow down, sir. I can't understand you.
Yeah, no, it's going to try and kill you. Yeah, as it yeah. So yeah, the Abigail, you probably want to what is your immediate reaction to this?
To use my Nova, my blast spell my blast magic.
Okay, you're going to try and cast on that.
I tuck down to a little ball and start screaming, and then a necromantic blast wave shoots forth.
Okay. Go ahead. Necromantic blast with let's see here, force. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And life drain.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Go ahead and roll weird.
Got a 10.
Okay. Let's see here. So when you kick some mass using that on a 10 plus, you choose one extra effect. Now normally you will inflict harm on each other. So you can choose to suffer less harm. Because you get rolled a 10, you get one extra effect. So what, if you can see that on the Hunter agenda page.
Yeah.
All right. Which one do you want?
I'll suffer less harm.
Okay. So instead of taking 2 harm, you take 1 harm. Okay. As the thing just belches forward. Well, the apprentice, the weird man in the wizard's robes, belches forward, just this deluge of wet blue stinging tendrils that emit acid. And you inflict quite a bit of harm to him and managed to just blow the shit out of him. Now with the life draining, I would say actually you get that back. So yeah, you actually don't take any harm. So good job. But when he dies, he bursts, releasing a wave of acid. So all of you need to act under pressure, roll plus cool to avoid getting hit with 2 points of acid.
I'm going to make a plea here or ask a question.
Mhm.
So could I use my not my fault here since this is a consequence of my own spell casting?
Yes. This
Okay.
this would work perfectly for that.
Right. And I'm going to continue to have read about this before. So
Mhm.
Oh shit!
No.
13.
Okay. Alright.
7.
Okay. All right. And let's see here. And what do you get, Baz?
5.
5. All right. So Baz, you take 2 damage.
I take 1 damage because of my magic hoodie.
Okay. Yeah. No, it sprays enough that your magic hoodie does protect against some of it. So
Okay.
that would count. Let's see here. So Theodore, you with a 1, I would say you can either take the 2 points yourself or one of your pieces of equipment is no longer useful.
Equipment is kind of my life, so I'll take the 2 harm.
Okay. Remember, you only have 7. Now, you each have 1 bandaging, essentially. You can heal 1 point of damage with first aid. But you can't just do that every time. Yeah. So, yeah. Of course, you could also use magic to heal, too.
I can do that.
Yeah. All right. So you've defeated him. So let's see here. You can either go or you can go back the way you came, or you can go northeast or southwest.
Can we see up what each of those passages look like? Or does it look like the same?
Yeah, let's see here. The northeast room looks like an empty, unlit room. And then let's see here. 8. Let's see. First glance, motes of flickering blue light float through the air. That's about all you can do. So,
Johnny, what's your nose tell you?
Do I pick anything up that's not just the cotton candy smell?
something. You're not sure what though.
Like, is it like I'm getting any kind of vibe, or is it just something
Something you can't recognize.
Like, there's something, but I know.
Maybe something fungal.
Like, reminds me of the toppings on that pizza you got last week.
Mushrooms. Yeah,
Yes.
I kind of have an idea what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, what direction do y'all think we should go?
In all honesty, I feel like we should probably avoid the room with the flickering lights, as that seems like that's something that would maybe some sort of it's like insect or parasitic particulate that could possibly start eating through whatever we're wearing.
Well, that was a hell of a jump. How'd you come to that conclusion?
Watching Reboot.
Science is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I didn't do well in science.
Again, these are just guesses at this point, but honestly, to me, this is more of a full-on biological organism powered by some arcane, that's like arcane items. Then it seems like that would be maybe an immunodefense, something that would be there.
I don't know. I mean, I default to your great understanding of the scientific ways. This is very scientific. This tower we find ourselves in.
All
A
right.
simple fuck you will just suffice.
All right. Well, you go into the empty, unlit room, and you hear distant cackling and skittering, and then nothing. But there's no exits other than the room you came back into. It's just a dead end. So you have to go through the room with the motes of flickering blue light. Keep going up. Yep.
Oh, yeah. We scienced our way into this one, didn't we, Theodore?
Oh, man. Free will is the biggest
Yeah.
system of all.
Oh, my God, this tower is deterministic. We never had a
yeah.
choice.
All right. Who's
on
going
the
in first?
I'll go in first this time.
Yeah,
Okay.
science man.
Okay.
Science the shit out of this room.
Let's see here. All right. All right. Go and give me a plus tough roll then.
Okay. So plus tough.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Very bad.
Because that's only one d6. So, oh wait, are we always rolling two and just it's a plus
Yeah,
one?
you always roll 2d6 in.
Then I've been making a mistake. Never mind. So
Yeah.
it's been a while.
So with a 7, you do you want to take damage or do you want to?
That's gonna be 8. So, but
Oh, okay. Well, that's still a partial.
Yeah.
So do you want to take just damage as you cough and have a coughing fit, and be separated, or do you want something else to happen to your character?
Let's go with something else.
All right. So you inhale these spores, and you become quite nauseous, and so you're kind of stuck there for a second, just breathing. You can become a little confused and bump into who's coming in next, Johnny or Abigail. All right, Johnny, you go in next. Theodore stumbling around, bumps into you. Give me there's spores all over. Give me a plus toughness roll.
All right.
All right.
6.
Yeah. It's not good. You're also stumbling around in there.
Do I have enough time to see this before I go waltzing right in?
I will say you could hear them coughing up ahead. So yeah, you can't, and they're kind of stumbling around, but you can't really see the spores from where you are. But yeah, something's causing them to cough and hack and stumble around. Abigail, you were trying to figure out, you heard the other two had gone in the room ahead. And it was dark, flickering light, so you couldn't really see. You kind of tell they're bumbling about and they're coughing a lot. What are you going to do?
I sit there for a second, kind of snicker to myself and go, oh, fuck, he was right. Oh, okay. I'm going to cast a kind of a force field, like a sphere around myself, large enough that they can also walk in it with me. That will bring the atmosphere with me in there so we don't breathe in these spores.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a weird check.
12. Crushing it.
Damn. Yeah, you
Nice.
are. So with that, you're able to do that. The two of you Abigail's able to shepherd the two of you into the next room. You both have coughing fits for a bit, and you feel sort of nauseous and confused for a bit, but you're able to take some time and recover thanks to Abigail. Yeah.
I do have a question.
Oh,
It says on a 12 plus, some added benefit.
Yeah, the added benefit was curing the nausea.
Okay, cool. It does do that. Okay.
Yeah, in this case, that's
what I was going to ask for.
Yeah.
So just as a warning, that was a seemingly biological spore defense.
No, you were right. I apologize. My bad.
I should have remembered gas masks. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I'm a gas mask.
I said that, and I'm wrapping my wings
No.
around her in a hug.
So the room you're in now, though, is dark except for a dimly glowing shape leaned up against the wall. So there's a bulb, which is so it's one of these organic bulbs, but and there's something written on the wall that you can see, but below it on the floor you can see just a large amount of gore. But you see legs, arms, a ripped open torso, intestines, and yeah, it's the remnants of a human, and wearing the sort of blue robe. But what's written on the wall and pointing down to the gore below is the word keys. But there is a so you can go back the way you came. And there's a ladder as well. So there's a door. You can go back the way you came, but there's also a locked door. And there's also a foothold ladder going up.
Do we want to find these keys?
Well, it might be better to be able to go up. You said the ladder was going up, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm just saying this because, I never want to leave a door unexplored. I'm sure Johnny wouldn't have a problem digging around in the various bits and pieces to find a key.
So that might be
Right.
true, but at the same time, though, I don't want to end up in let's face it, a cube situation.
Well, I think we might have already found ourselves in that situation.
Fair enough.
Hey, this place is not a cube,
Yeah.
it's a tower.
Okay. See, Johnny, that's a good point.
That he hasn't watched Canadian filmmaking.
I don't know.
All right, what are you gonna do?
Johnny, dig around in the bits and find a key.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you sift through the intestines, the slick intestines, and organs and meat and viscera and bone fragments, and you find two bulbs that are you realize are keys. Yeah, they're sort of bulbish growths, but you see one clearly corresponds to the locked door that is right next to you. You also remember that back down on the first floor, there was another locked door. But you can, yeah. So what do you want to do?
We could hold on to those. They might come in useful later.
Okay. Are you going to are you going to go, what are you going to do? There's the door.
I'm going to open that door. I'm going to open the locked door.
Cool. All right, everyone. As you open it up, hot, stinging liquid pours forth. Everyone, give me a act under pressure.
Oh boy. So yeah, I've seen this before. I've read about this before.
Yeah, it's just a lot of acid. So
I mean, it's like a literal almost
Yeah.
too much acid.
I rolled an 8. I'm going to luck that into a 12.
okay,
Same here.
all right.
11.
Weirdly enough, the character who can fly easily avoids the liquid. The other two of you somehow miraculously avoid it. The acid begins to subside as it just sort of gets absorbed into the structure itself. But there's something there. Something was in the acid. There is a thing with limbs and tentacles and carapace legs and rows of gooey half-born eyes. It twitches and spasms. It was growing, unfinished. And yeah, it is.
Is it still alive?
Yeah.
I'm going to use magic to communicate with something that I don't share language with.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
You're going to use magic to communicate with it. Do you
I
have
do not have
arcane reputation?
reputation.
Okay, well, you can still try it. So go ahead and roll plus weird.
Hey, what are you?
Yeah, it looks like you succeeded.
Yeah, I rolled 9.
Yeah. So child of the wizard.
Oh. It says it's a child of the wizard, guys.
Feed me. Save me.
Save you from what? From the wizard?
It's dying. It's like a fish out of water.
Okay, I put it out of its misery.
No,
hell,
no,
you
no.
pour acid on it.
Yeah, it did.
All right, cool. Well, I saved it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's either that or it's going to experience whatever the fuck that box does.
Mm-hmm.
So we did the right thing here, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
Man.
All right. So y'all go up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
it opens up into a huge, conspicuously empty room. With, let's see here, a northeast and a northwest exit, as well as the ladder that goes down. But let's see here. Yeah. What do you want to do? Northeast or northwest?
So
West.
West?
Okay.
Okay, be decisive.
Farkle for it.
The door opens up, and in thick, the ground is uneven, covered in thick tendrils the size of tree roots. There is a door leading out, flanked by two robed figures that stand in place, shuddering, spasming as though they are convulsing, but still standing there.
Good.
But yeah, there's the, let's see here. Yeah, there's actually, there's two, there's another room out leading to the northeast, but the western door is guarded. So the one of them sort of looks at all of you. Well, they both look at you at the same time and say,
"We guard. Stay away."
Okay. You say we guard, stay away?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Why do you want us to stay away? What are you guarding?
They do not say anything else.
Maybe we go the northeast way. Maybe there aren't robed guards there.
What if this is the entrance? What if this is the entrance to he who with that? It's like the wizard.
I mean,
What do you think it's going to be? I think there's going to be a labyrinth moment. Like, don't go this way. That would take you straight to the end.
what if it leads to the wizard? Or what if it's another fucking acid baby that tries to kill us?
What if somebody tries to drop us when we say down?
Well, we'll end up in an oubliette, and the little goblin man will save us.
You say that every time.
Well, what about that one time the little goblin man did save us, huh?
But that's like literally one time out of at least 100 different scenarios.
Yeah.
How do you keep getting dropped into ovulants?
That's
then?
none of your business.
Look, Theodore wanted to go on an expedition, South America. There was a maze.
You said you wouldn't talk. You said you wouldn't talk about this.
Yeah.
We're all
All right.
Let's go back to the east just for the moment and see what's there.
All right, so you're going back in the room you were in, check the other door. Okay. You quickly realize that was also the other exit leading. These two rooms are connected to each other. So the room to the northwest is the one with the guard and the locked door, or the guards and the locked door. But the other room has, well, there's a pale blue chest pushed up against the wall, glistening under a dim light, and there's another door leading to the northeast. So, but yeah, there's a treasure chest there.
Oh no, we're not touching that.
You're not touching it.
What are you
Can
gonna do,
I-
Abigail? Yeah.
Can I use my magic to open it from a distance?
Roll plus weird.
Okay. Ish.
You got a 7. Okay.
Got a 7. Yeah, ish. Close.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So you open it up. You realize the chest has grown out of the floor. There are wick strands still connecting it to the ground. It opens with an uncomfortably moist and a long millipede-like creature bursts out of it. Now, you are using a spell but somehow the spell you're using the millipede creature, as a glitch, is able to connect to it and starts climbing up the magical strands connecting you to the chest. So you can act under pressure to cancel the spell before the millipede gets to you.
I will do so. That's just cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
10. I'm just like a cucumber.
All right, you cancel the spell. There is now a skittering millipede in the room, trying to go to the closest person, which is Theo.
Hi, shotgun.
All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll plus stuff.
All right. So with that, and I am going to do a precise strike on it, so I can aim for a weak spot.
Mhm.
And on 10 plus, I can inflict 2 harm. So
Okay.
all right. So, 6.
Okay. Johnny, are you going to do anything? Are you going to
actually-
try and protect Theo before the millipede gets to him? All right.
Strike away.
Go ahead and roll plus stuff.
Just
Okay.
about
Fair.
to roll.
All right.
11.
Yeah. Theo, you miss. The shotgun blast goes wide. This millipede's real fast as it skitters along the floor, moving with unholy speed. But before it can get to you, Johnny just rushes in with his inhuman speed and might and crushes it. Under
Screeching in rage at it for trying
Yeah.
to go after my friends.
one attack is enough to splatter the thing. Yeah, you have killed the wizardling. So,
I rush over like, it's like, are you hurt?
No, I'm good. So I think we're good.
Good. I hug him.
It's okay.
Okay. You're gonna keep. Well, the only room that you haven't explored aside from the locked room is the one to the northeast.
Okay.
So you go there.
Just
it is-
tentatively kind of going around the corner.
Mhm. Shunk. It is silent. Noise actually seems kind of muffled here. There's a series of footholds leading further up into the tower.
Well, up is where we want to go, definitely.
Well, what about the guards? I'm kind of curious what they're doing now.
Are you going back into that room?
I don't know. What do you think, Theodore?
Do you think we could take them?
I mean, I know I could take them.
We don't know, but again, we've only seen like basically a horrible fetal monster, a millipede. It's like a box millipede.
Do they
Bernie,
look similar? Well, hold up. Do they look similar to the one I exploded earlier? Like the dude that was
The
charging me?
guards?
Yeah.
Let's see here. They look human-ish. They're wearing blue robes with shaking, bulging eyes, gritted teeth.
Isn't that what the
yeah.
one that charged me looked like?
Yeah, vaguely. If you were to guess at this point, you're realizing that there's some sort of transformation process and they're sort of at varying stages.
Okay.
Yeah, the first apprentice that attacked you, that one, exploded with acid after you killed it.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't know what these guys would do, if they would do the same thing or if they'd have something else. Yeah.
All right, never mind.
You just keep going up.
Yeah, those guys probably are up to no good.
Okay. All right. So, you go up and it is silent. There are no walls, no ceilings, and pitch darkness stretches off in all directions. Titanic shapes move through the void in the far distance, never visible beyond glimpses of slowly moving limbs, bodies, possibly faces. A doorway lies maybe 100 feet across the gap, not supported by any other structure. Sickly blue light spills out from it.
This is an unsettling room. And that's saying a lot given the location we find ourselves in.
Just. But do we assume right now that it might be it because at least it seems like this would be something emanating from it?
Is there a floor? I stick my foot through and try and step on the darkness. Is there a floor?
Yeah, weirdly enough.
Oh, so, I mean, we can walk through here.
I guess we just approach the light and see if...
I think I'm gonna fly anyway. Just stay off the
I
ground.
mean, yeah, if I was blessed with flight, I do it all. I would also fly everywhere I went. Unfortunately, Johnny, I didn't get that perk.
It's like, well, I don't know if I'm blessed
All right.
first.
So
Oh,
all
you're a
of you
blessing.
continue straight forward with your eyes on the light and eyes on the
eyes on the
prize. And you get to another series of footholds leading up. back into sort of a biological-ish structure. Kind of. Let's see here. Yeah, you're back in the tower, it seems. Not in the void.
So the capital
but-
V or a lowercase v?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, kind of an abyssal, extra dimensional. You realize the higher up you go, the less boundaries between universes it's not a binary thing. It's more of a spectrum. You gradually leave from one universe to the other. So you're beginning to transition into the other, where this intrusion came from. So you're farther from Earth than you've ever been at this point.
Yeah, this is at least disturbing. Although I do have the question, Ross, when kind of capitalizing on Baz, is this like a void with a lowercase v or a void? Void.
Yeah, there we go. We'll go with that. That was very well timed. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you find yourselves all in a large geometric structure made up of pale blue tendrils looping. There is a large geometric structure made up of pale blue tendrils looping in and out of each other, which floats in the center of this room, rotating slowly. A steady drone emits from it. There are holes dotting the ceiling, all filled with pitch darkness. So, yeah, it's more like you can begin to see like the abyss is beginning to bleed into the biological tower.
Mm-hmm.
And so you realize on this floor, between each pair of connected rooms, is a solid pitch black hallway flooded with magical darkness. So as you can see, there are two hallways, one northwest and one northeast. But there's also this floating geometric structure in the center of the room.
So look around there. Could I do an investigate a mystery on it to see if I could recognize it or draw a conclusion? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the shape of the geometric structure?
It's looping and changing, like, so it's kind of fractalish. So imagine like Ouroboros tentacles that are like wrapping into each other.
But geometrically.
Let's see here.
Yeah. Got a 12.
You got a 12. Let's see here.
It's a nightmare tesseract.
Yeah, kind of. Let's see here. Yeah, what do you want to ask?
Is this what what is this? Is this what we need to destroy to stop the wizard?
No, because as you begin, the two of you kind of watch as Theodore is getting closer and closer. And Theodore, you start hearing a voice.
The voice is come closer. 3 blind mice, see how they run.
Tumble ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife.
Yeah, Theo's getting a little close. Johnny, I imagine you try and grab him before he gets too close. Yeah.
Yes.
So you kind of snap out of it for a second. But
okay. It's singing. Yeah. That thing's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to...
Can you kill it with science?
Science it up some?
So yeah, do I understand from what my question is if what this thing is?
Yeah, you can still ask another question.
Okay, it's like, what sort of creature is it?
So as you try and think of it, it kind of looks back at you, and you realize it doesn't like people trying to study it. Go and give me an act under pressure.
Okay, so can't do that.
Roll plus cool.
Yep. Actually, I can do a sharp on that since I've read about this sort of thing before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 7.
Okay. Do you want to get hit, or do you want to have the others get hit?
I'll get hit. So.
All right. You take 2 acid damage as the tendril whips out and sprays you with acid. And then it kind of continues its fractal pattern. Yeah. It's a trap. It's like an informational, like, look at me. And then the more you study on it, the more likely it's going to either hypnotize you or lash out at you.
Oh, could I say I could have medicine myself in between?
Yeah, so you can heal one of that.
Okay, cool. So that would help.
Yeah,
because
remember when you get to 4, you're seriously injured.
yeah, that's an unstable. So yeah, no, I want to prevent that. So
All right. So you can go to northwest or northeast.
Why does everything result in me getting covered in acid every single time?
Here, I slap my hands together and I go, ooh, yeah, it feels good, doesn't it? I heal him I try to heal him.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll weird.
We'll see how this works. Ooh,
made it
I blow your
worse.
arm off. More acid. More acid takes out acid.
Yeah, with a fail.
That's
Yeah, let's see
works.
here. I would say with oh wait, no, could have been worse. When you miss, you can choose one of the following options instead of losing control of the magic. Okay. You could just you could choose a fizzle or this is gonna suck. And you trigger all of the listed glitches but one. You pick the one you avoid. So you can still have him healed for one heal one harm. But you're gonna take all the glitches. Probably except you take one harm. Or you could just have it fizzle without a consequence.
This is gonna suck. It's funnier narrative wise.
All right. So the effect is weakened. The effective sorter, that doesn't really make sense. The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention and has a problematic side effect. Theodore, your flesh, the healing spell you did actually kind of turns your flesh blue. A little bit. The acid burn kind of permanently taints your flesh. So, whoops, he kind of accidentally you remember the movie The Fly?
Oh no.
Yeah, a little bit like that. Also, from the next room, from the northwest, you hear a voice, a babbling voice, and
The wizard shall return, he shall return through the cracked sphere, while reborn, moist and glistening. The sentinels guard them, they guard the incomplete perfection.
and a severed head covered by a blue hood starts rolling towards you and continues to babble. It's going to attack. It's coming to attack first Theodore because again, glitches are funny. But you did heal that one damage, that other damage. So yeah.
You're welcome.
After a while.
So someone can, Johnny or Abigail. Well, actually, Johnny, you're not doing anything, so you can actually intercede to protect Theo by trying to kick its ass.
Yep. Sorry, but that's
Okay.
not allowed.
But as the head starts rolling towards you, a swarm of severed limbs follows behind it. So you're following like a swarm of limbs is what you're fighting. So yeah, go ahead and roll plus stuff.
Well, kick some ass was an 8.
All right, so you inflict damage. It inflicts damage on you. So it actually scratches you several times. So you take one harm. And what is your harm for your claws? Do you know off the top of your head?
I've got my character sheet right here.
Yeah, natural attacks. Which natural attack are you using?
It was claw, so 2 harm.
Okay, yeah, hand.
2 harm.
Yeah, that's just the range. All right, so it is still up. It's a bit beefy. Let's see here. Abigail, you can act next. Actually, no, Theo, you can act next. Abigail, you'll act last because you're the one who casts the spell that triggered this. So what are you going to do, Theo?
So it is
So if you do kick ass with your shotgun, you won't have to worry about damage because you're farther away. It can't reach you, so
Okay.
you could do that.
all right. So I could. All right, that's true right now. Or the other thing I do have is how entangled is Johnny in the massive limbs at this point?
Not too entangled.
So if I were to use the flamethrower, could I actually, unless I just fail it completely?
No, he would. It's an area weapon. It would definitely
Okay.
still hit him because
All right,
those
that's-
flames would catch on fire and pummel him.
That's what I
Unless
was-
you rolled like a 12, or if you rolled a 10 or above, that would be fine. But like any complication would John. That's going to be the complication. Is John?
Yeah, that's my only concern too. So,
Yeah,
all right, I'll try to aim for the head again and use my precise strike to hopefully deal some additional damage to it. So, all right. So this will be tough. So, yeah, I want to make sure this is on there. So I'm going to go ahead and spend one more luck to upgrade that to a 12.
Okay, shit.
So-
Damn.
So that's going to be 3 harm. Close, messy, loud, but I do have a +2 harm on that, so that's 5 total.
Yeah, you fucking blow the head up in an explosion of gore. Yeah. So the limbs fall apart without the head. As the
We have suffered. We accursed six, and we have been saved. Blah.
so yeah.
Who said shotgun shells aren't healing?
All right.
So, look, you feel better though, don't you?
Not really. Let's just take care of this.
Blue
Yeah.
Let's unleash nuclear veteran hellfire on him.
That sounds good, but blue looks good on you. I think it's your color.
Not the time for this, Abby.
All right. Are you going to go to the northwest where the swarm of limbs came from, or go directly northeast?
I think we probably should go ahead and going northeast.
Okay. This room is pitch black. There are 3 doorways suspended in darkness by strange ropes that stretch off into the nothingness. So, this door, you can go back the way you came. That is, but you can go west or southeast. But you realize, you realize these doors are
Not really doors.
okay, yeah. Yeah, you realize there's one of the doors is the one you came from. The other one leads back to the room that the severed head swarm limb of, so you know which door to take. But you realize the doors start moving. The ropes are magically pulling them. And so everyone will need to do a cool act under pressure to get to the door that you want to go to. And yeah, because the doors are, it's trying to keep you away from the door leading to the southeast, or at least started in the southeast. Again, they're moving, but yeah. All right.
Holy crap, 14.
Damn.
No,
I have absolutely seen. I have watched so many things of Legends of the Hidden Temple. It's not even funny.
This is cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
10. With
All right, yeah, you're all
Yeah.
fucking experts at dodging magical doors to avoid getting clobbered by them. But you, yeah.
Please, this is
yeah, but you all tumble into the next room, which is huge and empty. The back wall has been entirely cleaved away to reveal an endless black expanse. 2 enormous pale eyes stare upward with intense fury from the void.
Oh, that's where his eyes are.
Yeah. So let's see here. You can go southwest or north.
I'd say north.
North.
All right.
we haven't gone the cardinal directions yet.
That's true.
Well, there haven't been that many cardinal directions yet, but yeah. You go north. There is a creature there. An upright, segmented creature with spider-like limbs and twisting tendrils for a head lurches forward as the characters enter. Sticky, globular bulbs are laid throughout the room, aside circular holes leading down into the darkness. And let's see here. Yeah.
Well, we found the shell up door, so this is a mistake.
Yeah, you can either go again to the northeast well, there's a creature here that you have to deal with, so you kind of need to deal with those first. Well, that one first. Oops. Anyways, yeah. Who wants to act first? Because again, this is the player-based or player-facing game, so you guys roll. So,
Has it actually attacked us yet?
oh, it's going to attack. It wants to kill you.
Okay,
It
fair
is in
enough.
the process, but that's how this combat works. Is you have to do something before it triggers one of my moves.
Okay.
I'll run up to it and use my necromantic blast.
Okay. Go ahead and roll plus weird.
I got a 12.
Holy
Okay.
God.
Holy shit. So how much damage does that inflict?
That's 3 harm and
3
life
harm.
drain.
Life drain. Okay.
And it's forceful, so
Okay. So you'll get 1 life back, but well, what is your additional on advanced on a 12? You can pick since you got a 12. Let's see here. What did you want as your advantage?
I don't know. Is that under mine or your? What's that?
Hunter agenda, basic moves, kick some acid. No, actually advanced. Sorry, advanced is you have to be a more experienced hunter. So on a 10 plus, you gain an advantage to take +1 on future attack rolls or give +4/+1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. You suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them.
I'll just inflict terrible harm.
Okay, so you inflict 4 harm to it. You'll take 1 back. However, it does come back to you. So it'll inflict 2 damage. It'll inflict 3 damage minus your 1 for the life draining. So it inflicts 2 damage onto you.
Does the hoodie reduce another one?
Oh yeah, it does. So you take 1 damage because as its blade arm pops in and cuts you, slides along your hoodie until it reaches your leg, and just carves off a small chunk of your leg.
Oh God!
Yeah, and go ahead and give me a plus tough because it's doing something to you.
9.
Okay. You can choose to resist it and take 1 more damage. Well, you realize it's infected you with something. So you can either cut it out and not take any consequences for it. So take 1 more damage, or you take the curse.
I'll take the damage.
All right.
I'll cut it out.
All right. So how much harm have you taken total so far?
Well, I
Are you-
reduced 2 from the initial attack,
Mm-hmm.
so I took 1, and then I'm cutting out the rot.
So what is that? What level? How many harm are you at right now?
I'm only taking 2.
Oh, so you've healed from everything else?
Yeah, because every time I hit someone, I heal, and I've
Okay.
reduced most of the other damage. So
Okay.
I've taken 2 overall. I know you start taking negatives, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're at 4, you're severely injured.
Okay.
And it's really bad.
I'm okay.
Yeah, ish. So it's still up though. So who wants to act next?
I'm going to make it more interesting.
Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll kick some ass. Roll tough.
It's a 9.
Okay. So with that, you inflict damage and it inflicts damage on you. So
Okay.
go ahead. So you inflict 3 harm to it.
I just right up and tore
Yeah.
it with my teeth.
That's 3 harm. All right, with 3 harm,
Yep.
you also take 3 harm. So that's going to really suck for you. Also giving you a tough roll to avoid the curse because it cuts into you. Tom. Okay.
I
All right.
typing it in.
All right. Same choice that Abigail had. You can either cut it off, bleed the wound, or take the consequences of the additional curse.
Well, I'm at 3 harm. No, I'm at 4 harm now.
So you're severely injured already. You have killed it, by the way.
I guess I'll take
Okay,
the harm.
so you take another point of damage as you work the poison out. Yep.
Some healing.
But you've killed the thing. You rip it apart in a shower of gore. Well, you rip its throat out, or you think what its throat out is. God, it has a lot of legs. It feels really weird for it to be thrashing against you, dying. Theo, you see another one come out of the darkness and try to jump onto Johnny.
Trying to level the shotgun at it to see if I can catch it by surprise.
Okay, so here's the thing. Any harm, if you do kick some ass, any harm is just going to be inflicted onto Johnny.
Oh god! So he's
Yeah, because it's ambushing him.
Ambushing him. Take a look. How stable does the floor look where we're standing?
It's made out of the biological material. It could. Now, there is a move for you to protect him.
So let me take a look. That's for helping out. So
it's roll plus tough. Protect someone is a basic move.
Okay. Try some. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'll try to protect them. Basically, trying to just run interference more or less in order to get it out of the way. So trying to distract it.
You're fighting with me. You know.
Yeah. So just rolling off and blasting it off to the side. So all right.
Mhm.
So that'll be 2, and that's on tough. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, high luck. We're gonna make that a 12.
Okay. With a 12, that is you get to choose extra. You can suffer a little harm, a -1 harm. All impending danger is now focused on you, which it already is. This is the only monster left. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
I would say hold the enemy back since we're trying to still figure out how to do this without activating Johnny's Corsican.
Okay. I will say it swipes at you. You take 3 harm. Give me another toughness check with its poison blade arms. Yeah. We're getting close to the end. They're tougher now.
Oh no, it's okay.
I'm not even using the acidic body.
Oh, I messaged did that incorrectly. Let's try that again.
Oh, no.
I guess because you use the uppercase B.
Yeah, that that failed.
All right. Yeah, you're poisoned. Cursed, sorry.
Yeah.
You have a -1 to tough and sharp.
Jeez. Oh god, that's not good.
Yeah.
We're almost to the end. Screw it. 12.
Okay.
One shot.
Yeah. So you do make it. All right. So new round. There's one creature left. It staggers up. Theodore's blood on its bladed arms. Abigail, you gonna blast it again?
Blast that fool.
All right. You're at range now. So
11.
All right. So you could heal 1 damage from that. And you can choose 1 additional effect. You can do additional damage to it.
Yeah, let me see those additional effects real quick.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about taking damage yourself this time because it is at range.
How? Where is this one in proximity to Theodore and Johnny?
It's pretty far back, actually. Since Theo took hold the enemy back, he pushed it back. So he just kind of body blocked it and knocked it away. And it kind of cut at him as he was apart. So, yeah.
Who's going next? Johnny?
Anyone.
Okay.
So if I damage it,
yeah, because you're a hand-to-hand fighter, unless you kill it. And if it's wounded, it'll be wounded. So if you kill it first, it'll be dead and won't be able to return damage.
Everyone else has like a bandage action. I'm gonna take that just because I'm pretty badly injured.
Okay, then I'm gonna force them to where you want them. I'm gonna continue pushing it away from us to give everyone a chance to collect themselves.
All right, so you inflict 3 damage on it. You heal 1, and it'll be Theo's turn. And Theo, you can attack at range before it's going to be threatened. So yeah, you get basically a free attack on it.
All right. And is it still entangled with Johnny right now?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, because you pushed it back.
All right. Yeah. Area of attack. High flamethrower. We'll see how this goes. So,
Roll a 2.
hey, I saw the act under pressure for this. So, or does this kick some ass? Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, 6.
Use the luck, Aaron.
I'm basically doomed at this point anyway. So,
Yeah.
Doomed.
yep. Let's fry it.
How much luck do you have left?
None. I'm doomed.
Oh yeah, damn. This is very appropriate. Then you're carrying the fucking doom box.
It's okay. It's okay.
yeah.
I knew it was gonna go like this. So,
All right, so you toasted. It's dead. Like, yeah, it didn't have much. And you're all able to heal 1 wound each from your bandages. And Abigail, if you want to use magic on somebody, you can, because there's risk. Yeah.
Does anyone need any additional healing? I
Yes,
shall perform additional healing on my bat friend.
Mhm.
10.
All right, you're healed another damage. What are you up at to? 3. Okay,
3.
see, you're no longer severely injured. Yeah.
That makes me happy.
So let's see here. So there's 2 doors leading possibly out, one to the north and one to the southeast.
Onward north.
I say, yeah.
All right.
I mean,
The door opens into darkness. Something long and pale beckons you inward. And that's when you all see it, just briefly, before it scuttles into the darkness, circling around to your flank. I'm going to post the image now. So, but
oh, God.
you've met the wizard. He wears a pointed hat.
That's an actual statement.
I am the wizard. Why have you killed my children? What have I done? You will die. You are bad. I am the wizard.
And you know who I am? Just holding the box.
You will be my apprentice.
No, I command the soldier. You are relieved and slide it across the floor.
Okay. Are you just gonna...
You're still talking to the voice for us.
Oops. So
He's
I
got
mentioned
mad
wizard
with
saying
power.
yeah, I have. It's a lesson to learn. So, well, before you do that, Theo, you do realize if you do that, you're dooming your friends as well.
Okay, I'll play along with it. That's the basic.
You realize if you can wound the wizard and stun him, that'll give your time to get away. But like, yeah, either you need to slow the wizard down so that he can be near the blast zone while your friends have time to get out. So, because if your friends leave, the wizard could probably kill you before you can detonate.
That's true.
Yeah. So you probably kind of want to at least wear him down a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, you can try to strike at the wizard.
Just
I have a-
do you want to do 3-prong
Yeah,
attack?
Abigail, what did you want to do?
If it's a question of getting me and Johnny out of here so you can use this,
Mhm.
I can cast a spell that allows me to do one thing beyond human limitations.
Okay.
Possibly grabbing Johnny and running away very magically fast.
I'm okay with that. So
You can. The problem is, the wizard is very fast, and Theo may not be able to detonate it if he's by himself with the wizard.
Okay, then I will use my magic otherwise to bar a place or portal or trap a specific person, minion, or monster. I'll just try and trap the monster in place to give you time to...
Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, go ahead and roll plus weird.
all right.
10.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's see here. So, you do that, and the magic works, and then it doesn't. The wizard is...
I am resistant to your feeble magic.
We didn't have to be a dick about it.
So, could I use manipulation to see if I can charm him into thinking I'm willing to become his apprentice?
Do you have something that lets you manipulate monsters?
No, just charm at this point. Although,
Yeah, you can't use charm on monsters.
okay. Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
So,
you
okay.
can manipulate a person, not a monster. The monstrous can do that. That's a specific like playbook move of the monstrous, and the spell slinger
Yeah,
has something.
it's one of the ones. It's one of
Okay.
the ones in my.
The spell slinger actually has that for certain like arcane reputation, which would definitely have worked to do that, but that's specific to the spell slinger. So,
okay.
anyways, Abigail tries to trap it and it fails because he definitely has an average number of limbs and definitely does not have unnatural amount of legs that allows him to avoid trapping spells more easily. So, Johnny, what do you want to do?
So is it the same thing? Attack him. I damage him. He damage
Unless you
me?
roll really high on that. That's the problem with hand-to-hand combat. Nah.
Well, I'm
Okay.
gonna give it a go. Like that.
Yeah.
We're heroes, right?
Big damn heroes. Ain't we
How about a
just?
10?
So you can choose, for example, take less harm. You suffer less harm from the enemy as your advantage because you can choose one extra effect.
Less
Okay.
Yeah, take less harm.
All right. I'll say he was going to lash out at you, but that does no damage. However, you do have acid on you that will start to melt into you unless you take your next action to take it off. So yeah, to remove the goo. So you'll lose your next attack as you goo, get it off.
Also hurt him.
Yeah,
so
but you did.
fuck
How much damage did you inflict on him? 2?
2.
Okay. He has been wounded slightly. So let's see here. That leaves Theo.
All right. Well, I will try to reciprocate fire with fire by aiming at some of the other arms right now with the flamethrower.
Okay.
All right. Again. Yes, it is yes, that is a useful thing. A flamethrower is useful in certain situations.
Stop capitalizing D.
I didn't mean to, but I got an 8. So
Okay. So you'll get to inflict damage on him, and you'll get to find out he does have a ranged defense.
okay.
Let's see here. That is a 4 that he rolls. That is for the which effect he's using. So how much damage does your flamethrower do to him?
Flamethrower does 3 harm, close, fire, heavy, volatile.
Okay. So that's he's taking a total of 5 damage so far. He is resistant to magic, but he's not resistant to fire. So, but he, as you hit him, that causes a bunch of pustules on his back to explode, which spray and strike you. So you are hit with this goo, and it just almost instantly you feel something bubbling up in your throat, Theo. And in fact, you can feel something wiggling things in your throat and pushing themselves out your mouth. Grubs start falling out of your mouth. You're not quite choking, but you can't talk anymore as you're. You will.
That's gross.
See. Yeah. It's extremely gross, and let's see here. That will last. Well, it'll last at least one more round, so you can't talk anymore until that's done.
Okay.
So, yeah, but
just
mm-hmm.
sit here vomiting up grubs. So
yeah, they just keep spawning and busting out of your mouth. Yeah, they won't definitely give you nightmares later. Well, if there is a later, but new round. Abigail, what are you gonna do?
Shit. I'm going to try to banish a curse from. Does that look like a curse that's affecting?
Yeah, I
Theodore?
would say that would definitely be qualified as a curse.
I'm going to attempt to banish it from him.
Okay.
13.
Yeah. The grub stop falling out of Theo's mouth. And you get +1 on all future checks against curses. So good. Yeah, good job.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here, Johnny. What are you gonna do?
Get the acid
Okay,
off.
you get the acid off. Let's see here. Theo, what are you gonna do?
I'm still vomiting up.
Yeah,
No,
no, he'd stopped.
Oh,
Abigail removed the
okay.
curse.
I purged you.
So, trying to think of anything else we can do in the moment. I can take another shot right now. Although, how much closer are you to trying to Abigail to try to getting out?
Well, no, you realize that the only way you can do this is a creature that, like, you destroy its body is only going to be a temporary setback. So,
Okay.
like, you destroy the body, or at least fuck it up enough that it'll take time to regenerate. And while it's regenerating, you can detonate it while your friends get out.
Okay,
Your
so
friends
that makes
get out,
sense.
and then you can detonate it. The problem is if you're by yourself, it's just going to fucking kill you.
That's true. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's. I'll try the flamethrower on the other set of arms too, to see if I can get it to continue to roll in on itself.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another attack roll.
Another 8.
Okay. More spray hits you as well. More of the goo hits you. So
Should have bought a hazmat suit.
yeah, no, it's like it's major defense against this. Also, it's a D6 table, so there's all kinds of fun curses to throw at y'all. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Your stomach begins to glow. Yeah.
Just lower.
It's glowing sickly blue. So we'll keep up, see what's happening next. Yeah.
Sure, that's
Yeah.
perfectly.
But with 5 damage, you've a wizardling comes down from the ceiling, but the wizard itself is basically on fire and sort of collapses. You've done enough damage to paralyze it for now. So new round. Abigail, do you want to remove that curse as well?
Yeah.
There is one wizardling scattered around, but like that'll be your last threat. But right now, it's just a glowy stomach thing. I'm sure it's fine.
Mm-hmm. How you feeling, Theodore?
Gonna admit, not great.
I rolled a 9 to purge the blue glow from his tummy.
Aw. All right, so Theo, you take 1 point of acid damage, but after that it stops. It would have been really fun just to it's called dissolving innards, and basically the words "cut here" would have appeared, and if you don't cut it right there and rip a flesh bulb out of your body, you just would have melted from the inside out.
Oh.
But you have a wizard who can remove curses for you.
That's good. Thank you.
So you only took 1 damage. So Johnny, do you want to kill the wizardling? Okay.
I do.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, you fucking kill it. It's not. It was just a summon. Yeah, the wizard was not used to dealing with people with flamethrowers or whatever. So
Weird.
yeah, it was.
That's what you.
Yeah.
Flamethrowers.
So you have yeah, the question is now, like, you two need to get out, and you need to detonate the bomb. You at this point, Theo, you realize this is your destiny.
Yeah, I'm going out with the soldier.
Yeah, you once you release them, you're not gonna have time to get to safety. That's one of the reasons why they never used it. There's no way to deploy it. So, but you're doomed, so that's fine.
That's yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know the way you came here. You know it, the two of you. You know how to get back. So, but you also have magic, so you could use magic to portal down to back to the entrance. So, go and give me one more last magic check.
Oh goodness.
it's it's only you and
Remember,
Luck.
Oh yeah, you do have luck.
yeah.
So yeah. What are your last words to each other?
We'll always have Mexico.
I
I'll always remember your scent.
so go live
What-
good lives. Like I have to kill a wizard now,
What do you want me to do with your lab?
so make sure it goes to somebody who can use it.
Give it to your twin sister, who's also into
No,
killing
just
monsters.
find somebody who can need the knowledge and not empowered like me, like you. Make sure that they have the knowledge. It always needs to pass on to somebody else.
All right, we're taking that shit to eBay. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Throw the box through the portal. Fuck you. I'm becoming the apprentice now.
The two of you portal out, but as soon as you portal back down to the entrance, and you get to the door, but it's locked. Of course, Theo, you don't know that, and you open the box.
Oh no.
And then there's a flash of light. Johnny and Abigail, you find yourself back in Lincoln Park. There was a rumbling sound, a rasping. But you find yourself back out on the back in Chicago. The dimensional intrusion has ended. There is a simple, moist, and tacky note left in your pockets, saying "Be seeing you." There's a smile drawn on the other side. Theo, you open the box. The soldier steps out. At first second he appears human, but then he flickers and he is an incandescent. Well, it's a blue glow. You recognize this as a Chernobyl blue, a nuclear blue. And then he starts glowing even brighter and brighter. And then you realize, then you know nothing. You are annihilated,
Yeah.
which may be a mercy, because the tower itself, the wizard's physical form is destroyed, but the tower itself existed in multiple dimensions, and one nuclear explosion could not destroy all of that. And as we cut to a room, the two guards beyond stand at the locked door, the tower shudders and rumbles, and they shake, and they look at each other, but they know that beyond the door is safe, because as they go through the door, it goes past a statue, he goes to another room, a room full of eggs. Eggs that begin to hatch. The wizard will be reborn. But if you had all died, the wizard would have kindly healed you, spreading blue paste over your wounds and giving you robes of your own. You're apprentices now, and you will serve your role. So, but
Glad that didn't happen.
yeah, Chicago, the dimensional intrusion has been fought off. Chicago is safe. No more people. There are actually several dozen people who go missing, because the village itself was gone. What happened to but no more victims. So that's my adaptation of The Wizard, a OSR fantasy adventure for Monster of the Week. I thought all the gory, weird body horror stuff was neat. And I like the wizard. The wizard is just that. He wears a pointed hat. That's actually a specific rule in the beginning of the scenario. Never describe the wizard as anything. The wizard is just that. He wears a pointed hat. Never refer to him as anything else through description, NPC dialogue, etc. The character finds themselves unable to. He is the truth. So I just like that idea. And I
was
also,
awesome.
Yeah.
It really works as well as a modern scenario. So
Yeah.
Well, that was cool because it felt like a dungeon crawl. Like we were playing D&D, but we were not playing D&D. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it was like
Yeah.
we were exploring the dungeon.
We weren't making constant attack rolls and rolling
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, I do like the powered by the apocalypse way of doing things.
I think this might be my new favorite system currently.
Yeah, no, powered by the apocalypse. There's a lot of games like this that use this kind of these mechanics bad. So we'll talk about it more after we're done recording. But I really like Monster of the Week for this kind of thing. I made up the whole stuff about the nuclear guy because I wanted to give you guys like, oh, well, what if I want to get something really bad to deal with the bad guys? Well, I guess there could be this. So like, I wanted to give you a way to like, some sort of weapon to use against them, but it's obviously going to be really bad to use it, like.
I like that they had that choice between it too. So this is a really good scenario, Ross. So at least for how you modified it for the modern.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, any other questions or comments or anything?
No, it was a lot of fun.
Cool. All righty. Well, that's it for then. We'll talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.